Hi Curious! Celine Dion has been the talk of the town for a long time, and that's thanks to her incredible singing talent. Or because of her unconventional behavior and fashion choices, or maybe because of the controversy and family tragedies, which for some reason do not pass her by. But today we will not talk about the singer, but about her children, and mainly about the eldest son. Can Celine count on him in difficult times? And what is Celine Dion's mother and stepmother like? Does Rene Charles have contact with his step-siblings, and how does Celine Dion care for family relations? You will learn all of this and much more in today's episode, so stay tuned to the end. But before that, as always, don't forget to click the subscription button to our channel and enable the notifications because we publish very interesting videos every single day. Celine Dion's path to motherhood was not easy, but let's start with the fact that her relationship with Rene Angelil had aroused a lot of controversy from the beginning. They met when the singer was only 12 years old, and Rene had heard the demo recording of Celine Dion and decided that he would help her career by becoming her agent. He even mortgaged his house to finance her first album in 1981. A few years after their first meeting, they fell in love and became a couple. Their relationship began on the day that Celine won the Eurovision Song Contest on April 30th of 1988, when the singer was only 20 years old at the time, and in interviews she emphasized that it was a breakthrough moment because it was the first time that they kissed. And as you can imagine at first, the mother of Dion was not happy that her daughter wanted to marry a man that was 26 years her senior, but love won and Mother Celine had to accept it. Although in the producer's biography, you can read that he also resisted his feelings for Dion for a long time, because he was still healing wounds after his divorce, and he was worried that his chosen one is as old as his son. Rene Angelil's marriage to Dion was the third, and earlier the singer and manager said that sacramental yes to two other women. From 1966 to 1972, he was married to Denise Duquette, with whom he had a son Patrick born in 1968. And from 1974 to 1988, his wife was a singer, Anna Rene, with whom he had two children. Jean-Pierre was born in 1974 and Anne-Marie in 1977. The producer's third wife was Celine Dion, who interestingly enough was born the same year as his first son, 1968, but is 3 months younger. Dion and Angelil were married on December 17th of 1994 in a lavish wedding ceremony at a Notre Dame Basilica in Montreal that was broadcast live on Canadian TV. Dion also seems to have won the hearts of Rene's children. Anne-Marie more than once accompanied the couple to events such as Dion's 25th birthday or the Oscars in 1997 when the singer won a statuette for the song My Heart Will Go On. And Patrick today works at the Feelings Productions, a Celine Dion company founded by Rene, where he holds the position of Director of Production and Media Management, managing the official website of Celine Dion and her activity on social media. Meanwhile, disease threatened Rene and Celine's happiness. Angelil suffered a heart attack in 1991 and was first diagnosed with throat cancer in 1999. After 2 years of intensive treatment, the manufacturer managed to overcome the disease, and it was then that he and Celine decided to enlarge the family. It turned out, however, that she suffers from fertility problems, so the couple decided to use the in vitro method. And so, on January 25th of 2001, their first son, Rene Charles, was born. Although Celine initially thought that she would give birth to a baby girl, her husband was overjoyed that they would be having a son. And he told the intrigued wife that I know that later he will look after you wonderfully, which actually gained great importance with time. And again, it seems that the singer was supported by the only daughter of Rene, Anna-Marie, because Dion had a visible belly at her wedding and posed with the loved ones together for photos. Dion, who has 14 siblings, has always loved children and wanted to have a large family, and therefore again with Angelil they decided to keep trying, and after 4 painful misfortunes, twins Eddie and Nelson were born on October 24th of 2010, named after Nelson Mandela. However, the family's happiness with the birth of twins did not last long, and Rene fell ill again. In December of 2013, Angelil underwent surgery to remove a tumor, and a year later, Celine suspended her career again to focus on caring for her beloved. In a 2014 interview with Match, it released few days before Celine's statement that she would suspend her career indefinitely, and the singer spoke of her husband's stay in the hospital. My stepchildren Patrick and Jean-Pierre and my stepdaughter Anne-Marie were with us. I came to the hospital in late afternoon and stayed there until the evening, and during the night Jean-Pierre slept in his father's hospital room. In the morning it was Patrick's turn, and then Anne-Marie. We all changed, and I was supposed to be with our kids and do some shopping for Christmas. In addition, the twins fell ill, and Nelson was still throwing up. My sister Linda, godmother to our 3 children, and Bridget, my niece, gave up everything and came up to help me. Despite all the sad moments, Celine wanted it to be festive, especially for her little children to enjoy the magic. And in an interview, she admitted that each of her children, Rene, had bought an iPad, and when they started it, they had a photo of their father as the screen background. And then together with her children and stepson Patrick, who worked with her on the show, she said she had to leave her husband to make a scheduled appearance in Vegas, and it was a very emotional experience for the whole family. A few days later, Angelil joined them and Celine devoted herself to caring for him. Unfortunately, on January 14th of 2016, after a long battle with the disease, the husband of Dion died at the age of 73, and Celine had lost the love of her life. In addition, a few days later, also due to cancer, the singer's brother had died, and you can hear about how these events affected the singer's health in our film, to which the link is being displayed above now. In an unpleasant moment, the sons of Dion turned out to be the strength to live and the motivation to rise, and especially her eldest son, Rene Charles, nicknamed RC, as his father once predicted. During the funeral of the famous producer, along with his foster siblings, from whom he was constantly supported by his international media, the 15-year-old gave speeches for his father, and Rene's firstborn son, Patrick, spoke first and said, "He took every opportunity to say how much he loves us. Now more than ever, we appreciate how special it was to have a father who did not hesitate to tell his children these precious words." He was followed by Rene Charles, who confessed, 15 years is not enough time to get to know your father. He always had a lot of work, but we got to know each other by playing golf, poker, and cooking delicious food together. You left me with enough memories to share with my younger brothers. I promise you that as they grow up without you by my side, I will teach them all I know from you. I love you, Daddy. The media then wrote about what a mature gentleman Celine had raised her son to be, and the singer emphasized it every single time. On Rene Charles' 19th birthday, Dion wrote on her Instagram that she was proud of him and how he leads his life. She found himself a gentleman whose father's guidance supports and projects just like herself. And Mom wished her son to be strong, passionate, and wise and to pursue his dreams, because only heaven is the limit. But most importantly, have fun, because his happiness is her happiness. And Rene Charles seems to listen to his mother because, like his parents, he's devoted to music. And since 2018, under the pseudonym Big Tip, he has been recording big rap songs and publishing them on the internet. He even had his first success on SoundCloud when his songs were on the top of the most popular songs there. Angelil is also a DJ, and he had made a remix of the House of Balloons hit by Selena Gomez's ex-boyfriend, The Weeknd. What's more, Rene does not rule out creating a duet with his mother in the future and releasing his own album, and he's also increasingly appearing at major music events and red carpets. For example, in 2015, he accompanied Celine to the Billboard Music Awards and aroused considerable interest in the media and women. At the moment, however, it is known that the boy is single, and Dion admitted in one of her interviews that she is still not ready for the moment when her older son brings the girl home, and he's such a support for her, and she cannot imagine it. Rene's only daughter, Anne-Marie, who is 9 years younger than Celine Dion, also followed her in her stepmother's footsteps. And although she did not manage to gain such fame as the author of the hit I'm Alive due to her activities in marriage, she is referred to as a media personality. Anne-Marie Dupree married the famous Canadian singer Marc Dupree, with whom she has 3 children. And interestingly enough, Anne-Marie herself tries to stay away from her stepmother's flashes. But Marc recorded a few songs with Celine Dion. Well, everything stays in the family, I guess. So curious, tell me, did you know that Celine Dion is such a family person? And do you think that her son, Rene Charles, will one day conquer the world of music, or will he never come out of his mother's shadows? Do you think that the Dion's children and their step-siblings have good contacts and they can count on each other? Please, let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this episode, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Until next time!